Yeah, that demo session I sent, Rajesh. Actually, I sent a link to you, like Drive.
Yeah, I just seen it. Yeah, that attachment was there.
Yeah. No, no, attachment was related to course content,
Yeah, yeah.
and I sent a link for a recorded session, yesterday's recorded session.
Yeah, I got it. I've seen that also. It's sharing, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, if any other persons like share that link.
Yeah, I'll do that, yes.
Okay. Yeah, fine, Raish. And today I'm going to start, very basics of Java technology. What is Java, why this Java came into picture, and what is the difference, what are the various differences between this Java and others, why this Java was this much famous today, and various features of Java technology. Very basics I'm going to talk first 1 or 2 sessions, and after 2 or 3 sessions I'm going to give my first real-time example. That is my plan
Okay.
actually, because before giving my examples and before entering into Java technology, I want to make you people has to know the importance of Java technology. In that way I will make you. That is my
Uh-huh.
plan actually.
Like, what is Java scripting and coding? What's the difference in between?
JavaScript is totally different. It's a front end one kind of thing. But Java is back end. JavaScript is
So,
different. It's a scripting language, but Java is a programming language.
so we're learning coding, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
scripting is different, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah. But JavaScript was totally developed. Some syntaxes and some declarations. All these things are looks like Java only in JavaScript as well, even though it's a
Okay.
scripting language.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, basics of Java. Yes. Before that, what is a programming language in the sense you people already aware, like, in order to design any software, first we need a platform that is called a programming language. In order to define any software, first you need a programming language. First, the need of software is very simple. It decreases the human effort. Software basically decreases the human effort. The best examples you can see like ATMs, net banking applications, so many in this your mobile. So many applications are there. Like, without software, we can't able to we can't able to decide our daily life today, because everything is in the form of softwares only. So in order to design that software, first we need a programming language. Okay, that is the main motto of programming language. But outside market, we have so many programming languages, like, various programming languages. So many are there. I'm going to talk 1 or 2. First one is C and C++, and third one our Java, fourth one .NET, and PHP, or the PHP is there. So many are there. Among all these, first C came into picture. Very starting versions of programming language, first C came into picture, later C++, and Java. Java was introduced in the early 1990s by James Gosling. Because the main motto of Java, will tell you very soon. I'm going to talk about that main motto of Java technology. Okay. Yes, first I'm going to give some differences between C and Java. C is very old programming language, and nowadays nobody is using this C programming language. But I want to make you people to know the difference between C and Java, why Java came into picture, even already C is available. I want to give the differences first, and I will give the features of Java technology later. Okay. Yes. C and Java. Yes. The first difference was C and the C++, all these programming languages are platform dependent. What is platform dependent, will tell you. Or platform dependent programming languages. Whereas Java is a platform independent programming language. Okay, we'll tell you that by taking a small diagram. Yes, I said like C and C++ are platform dependent, right? How it will be a platform dependent, will tell you. Like for suppose I developed a C application here. For suppose this is my C program. Okay, this was for suppose example.c. Generally any C program we have to save with .c extension, right? C program we have to save with the .c extension. You people already aware, I think so. Okay, yeah. Friends, one thing I can say, even though you develop any application using any programming language, you are going to develop that application using some syntaxes based on the respective programming language, high level syntaxes like Java related. If you develop any application using Java, developer is going to follow Java related syntaxes. If you are going to develop any application using C, that respective developer is going to depend on a C language syntaxes, right? So first developer is going to develop any application using the respective syntaxes, but mission can't able to understood that syntaxes, right? How mission is going to understood all those things, all these variable declarations, like int I equal 10, int j equal 20, float f equal 10, 0.5 something, string, and your business logic whatever you wrote, and you are trying to print something on the console. That how machine is going to understood all these things? Machine will understood only binary level language, or like zeros and ones, right? Machine will understood only machine level code. It doesn't understood like your C syntaxes, your Java syntaxes, or something else. It understood only machine level code, only uh, binary data. Machine understood only binary data in the sense zeros and ones. You people already aware. Okay, so first, in order to make your example.c in the form of a binary format, first you have to convert your C program to binary level format. For that purpose you need to compile your program, not only in C, not only in Java, not only in .NET, anywhere, in any programming language, your program has to be compiled first. What is the main usage of compilation? You people very clearly know, like the main mode of compilation was very simple. It converts your program, your developed program, into a binary format or mission understandable format. That is the usage of compilation. Okay, so first you need to compile your program. I'm compiling my program here, you just observe. This is compilation part. Compilation in the sense it's compilation in the sense converting your .c code to conversion of dots, like C level, C language level code to conversion of code, like programming code to conversion of your programming, like code whatever you wrote, to binary format. Binary format in the sense machine understandable format. Machine will understood only binary type of data. Machine doesn't understood any other data. Okay, so for suppose I have done my compilation in Windows environment, friends. I have done my compilation in Windows environment. Just observe, I am just think like I compile my program in Windows environment. Windows platform. I like I compile my program in Windows platform. Okay, coming to see, sorry, Yes. After successful compilation, your .c program was going to convert to compiled format, like binary format. Your .c code is there, right? Example.c file code. That code was converted to a binary format in the form of like this. Like this. It would be like this. Like example.exe. Example.exe, which is having only binary data, zeros and ones. Zeros and ones. Okay. Yes, finally your program was converted to a .exe extension that is having binary data, and finally this .exe file you are going to execute, friends. You are not going to execute the .c directly. You are not going to execute example.c file directly. First you need to compile your program. While compilation, it will be converted to .exe extension having binary form of data. That binary form of data you are going to execute. After execution, you are going to get the output. That is the process going on actually. Okay, this .exe file you are going to execute. Execution. And finally, after successful completion of execution, you are going to get the output, right? Here you are going to get the output. Here I am going to tell one point. Then you are going to get the difference between C and Java related to platform dependency and independency. This is the output finally you are getting. Okay, here you just observe, friends, in which platform I compiled my program. Here, according to my diagram, in which platform, in which operating system I compiled my program first.
Windows.
In Windows environment, right? Yeah, coming to C, as it is a platform dependent programming language, if you compile your program in Windows environment, it will execute in Windows environment only. That is the meaning of platform dependency. Like it will execute only in Windows environment. If you compile your program in Windows environment and you are trying to execute in any other operating system other than Windows, it's not going to work out. If you're trying to execute in Linux, or if you're trying to execute in Solaris, any operating system, doesn't works, because it's a platform dependent programming language. But just observe, as I'm a developer, I developed my C application in Windows environment and I published it to the market. Okay, so have you estimate, like all the outside users are going to use only Windows? No, we can't able to estimate, right? Some people will use Windows, some people will use Linux, some people will use some other operating system. So in other operating systems, whatever the published software, that is not going to work out, because that was compiled in Windows environment only. So it's a big disadvantage or not with C and C++. That is a big disadvantage with C and C++. It doesn't works with Windows, any other operating system other than Windows here. Windows, it works. Windows, it works. But coming to any other operating system, it doesn't works. Linux, Solaris. doesn't work. That means C is totally platform dependent programming language. That's what I want to say finally. Everyone understood what I said? Hello?
Yes.
Yes,
Everyone
sir.
got my point clearly?
Yes, sir.
What I mean to
Yes,
say
yes, now.
was, finally, C is a platform dependent programming language. It totally depends on platform, like operating system. If you compile your program in Windows environment, that will execute in only Windows environment. Okay, if you compile your program in Linux environment, that will execute in only Linux environment. That doesn't execute in any other operating system other than Linux. Okay, it totally depends on platform. Coming to Java, I'm talking about Java. I'm going to take a small Java file. Okay, this is my Java file. For suppose example.java. Here also you need to convert your program to binary level format while doing compilation. You have to do the compilation process here as well. For suppose here I am doing compilation in Windows environment. Yes, this process is compilation process. And compilation, I compiled my program in Windows environment here. Windows environment. Just okay. After successful compilation, your program, whatever your .java file is there, right? That Java file was going to convert to a mission level code like this. Okay, example.class file. It's going to convert to a class file. That class file is having binary level data, like mission understandable data. Zeros and ones and zeros. Okay, yeah, finally my code was compiled and that was converted to a machine understandable code, and that was the total work was done in Windows environment up to now. Okay, but even though it was compiled in Windows environment, what I mean to say was Java applications will work in any, will execute in any other operating systems as well. That I mean to say finally. Okay, that I'm going to show you here. Previously, it doesn't works with Linux, Solaris and all these operating systems, right? But now it will works with any operating system. It will execute with any operating system. Execution process. Execution. Execution process. Okay, yeah. This first one was for suppose it's a Windows environment, it's Linux, and it's Solaris. Third one. Okay, even though you are trying to execute in any operating system, it will work out and will gives you the output. That means it doesn't depends on platform. This is output. Finally, I got the output in three environments, even though you compile your application in Windows environment and you are trying to execute in three other operating systems other than Windows, even though it's going to execute. That means it doesn't depend on platform. That means Java is a platform independent programming language. Because of this platform independency, only Java is this much famous today, other than C and C++. And the main reason why the people has introduced this Java is, this is one of the reason, because it's a platform independent programming language. Okay, got it everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, Naveen.
Yes, great. I'm going to save this one. Platform. Already this diagram is there. Okay, that's all about the first difference, that is platform dependency and platform independency. Okay, I'm talking about second. C and C++ or static programming languages, and whereas Java is a dynamic programming language. Static programming language in the sense very simple, uh, for variables definitely memory has to allocate, right? For variables memory has to allocate, right? That memory will be allocated at compilation time itself in C and C++. At compilation time itself memory will be allocated. Okay, for suppose I declared 1,000 variables. I declared 1,000 variables in my C program, but I am using, out of 1,000 I am using only 100 variables. At execution time I'm using only 100 variables. I didn't use other 900 variables. But here, first your program has to compile, right? First your entire program was compiled, right? That 1,000 variables has to compile, right? First, so at compilation time itself, for that 1,000 variables memory will be allocated, even though you are using or not using. For 1,000 variables memory will be allocated in C and C++ programming languages. But coming to Java, I declared 1,000 variables, but I'm using only 100 variables. 100 variables I am using, even though you declared 1,000 variables, I am using 100 variables. So, but here in Java technology, memory was not allocated at compilation time. Memory will be allocated at execution time, at this time. Based on your usage of variables, For that variable only memory will be allocated. So memory wastage will be less or not in Java technology compared to C and C++. Am I right or not? Because C is a static programming language. Static in the sense memory will be allocated at compilation time. But coming to Java is a dynamic programming language, memory will be allocated at execution time. So what is the usage of allocating memory at execution time? It's a very simple one. The variables what we are using, for those variables only memory will be allocated. For unnecessary variables, for unnecessary things, for unused things, memory was not allocated at execution time. Okay, so memory wastage will be very less in Java technology. That is what I want to say finally. Got it, everyone? We'll write here. Memory will be allocated at compilation time. Okay, here memory will be allocated at execution time. Okay, there are no, here you just observe one is compilation time. Compilation time means you're converting your .c code or your .java code to the mission understandable code. That process is called as compilation. Okay, after successful compilation you are going to execute your program. That process is called as execution. Okay, if memory was allocated at compilation time, that type of technologies, that type of programming languages are called as static programming languages. Okay, with that we have so many disadvantages, because unnecessarily for all the variables memory will be allocated. Okay, that is the disadvantage with that static programming language. Whereas coming to dynamic programming language, memory will be allocated at execution time based on the usages. Based on the usage, whatever the variables you are using, for those variables only memory will be allocated. For all other variables memory was not allocated. So memory wastage will be less, very less with the dynamic programming language. That is what I mean to say finally. Okay, this is the second difference. And third difference, header files in C language, hash include hdavo.h, hash include conio.h. Anybody know header files in C?
Standard input output.
Sorry.
It's a standard input output, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Header files.
Yes. Like header files in the sense importing predefined library, C predefined
Yes,
library.
sir.
Different libraries.
Hash include hdavo.h, hash include
Yep.
conio.h, hash include math.h,
Yeah,
.h,
console.
header files. Yeah, the main usage of header files was very simple. Like, you are trying to develop your application with the C language. In the sense, first you need to import C predefined library to your application or not. You are using C syntaxes. How your program knows C syntaxes? First you need to import that library, right? So in C language you are going to import that library in the form of your header files. Okay, with that header files we have so many disadvantages. Okay, to overcome that problem, Java people has introduced some new feature in Java technology in the form of import statements. Okay, yes, we'll tell you that. C uses C language. C language uses header files to import predefined library. Okay, the example header files you people already know, like hash include htdio.h, hash include stdio.h, sorry, hash include conio.h, hash include math.h. that means some header files I wrote. You know, the main motto of header file was very simple: importing predefined library. But with these header files, what happened, Rajesh and others, if you are trying to import your predefined library using header files, that stdio.h, if you write stdio.h, if you write quanio.h, if you write math.h, those header files having lot of predefined library. Among the lot of predefined library, I'm using only a single one. But even though if you write stdio.h, entire predefined library was loaded to your application, so automatically memory wastage will be more. stdio.h having, for suppose, 100 predefined files, 100 predefined files. For suppose this stdio.h is there, right? This header file is having 100 predefined files. Okay, but out of 100 I am using only single predefined file. I want only single predefined file in my application. But if you write header file, automatically 100 files were loaded. 100 predefined files were loaded to your application. So memory wastage will be more with these header files or not? Okay, memory wastage will be very more with these header files. So to overcome that problem, Java people has introduced import statements. Java uses import statements to import any predefined class. Okay, like best examples: import java dot lang dot object, import java dot util dot array list, like this. What I mean to say was, here if you write any header file, entire predefined library available in this header file was imported. Even though you are using or not in your application, entire predefined library was loaded to your application, so memory wastage will be more. So but coming to Java, you are trying to use import statements. Here I want only object predefined class, so just import object predefined class, import Java that was available in java.lang package. So only import, you just import object class, that's it. Other all classes are not loaded to your application, so the memory wastage will be very less in using these import statements. I want only array list predefined class, so just import java.util.arraylist, that's it. No need to import entire predefined library. So automatically memory wastage will be less or not? Memory wastage will be very less, right, with these import statements. That's why Java people has introduced these import statements in place of header files. And fourth difference, memory allocation is not fixed in C. Memory allocation was not fixed in C. For suppose, if it is a Windows environment, memory allocation is one thing, and if it is a Linux environment, memory allocation is different. Like that, based on the operating system, memory allocation was going to change in C language. Okay, but coming to memory allocation, Java memory allocation is fixed. Memory allocation is fixed with this Java technology. And coming to fifth point, C has very confusion oriented syntaxes, and C has some confusion oriented topics are there, like pointers, it's a very confusion oriented topic, and operator overloading, so many concepts are there. Pointer in the sense address of a variable. In C language you can able to find that pointers, all these things available, pointers, and related confusion oriented topics are there. But Java is a simple programming language, eliminates all confusion oriented topics. Confusion oriented topics in the sense pointers, operator overloading, all these things. So Java doesn't support pointers in that case. Okay, Java doesn't support pointers because it's a very confusion oriented topic. Pointer in the sense address of a variable, we have to track the address, memory address we have to track. It's a very it's really a confusion oriented. We can't able to track the addresses simply because that address name that was not in our hands, that was in the hands of a machine, but how developer will knows that? So it's a very confusion oriented. That's why Java people was totally eliminated these pointers, and they have introduced a new topic in place of pointers that will let you know while I'm talking about object in our Java classes. Okay, that's all about. These are the basic differences between C and Java. One more time I'm going to repeat. C and C++ are platform dependent programming language. What is platform dependency? What is platform independence? You just went through this diagram. I already explained. Platform dependent programming language are C and C++, but Java is a platform independent programming language. Platform independent in the sense, if you compile your program in Windows environment, even though you compile in Windows environment, that will execute in any other environments as well, like Windows, Linux, and Solaris. It doesn't depend on a platform. That is what I mean to say finally regarding platform dependency. And C++ are static programming language. Static programming language in the sense memory will be allocated at compilation time, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Memory will be allocated at execution time. Because of allocating memory at execution time, we are going to get one advantage. Based on our usage, based on our usage for the respective variables, only memory will be allocated, and for unused variables, memory was not allocated. So memory wastage will be very less in Java technology. And coming to C language uses header files to import any predefined library. With these header files, we have so many disadvantages. If you write any header file, even though you are using only a single file, entire predefined library was loaded to your C application, which increases memory allocation, and memory wastage will be more with C language. But coming to Java people has totally eliminated that header files concept, and they introduced import statements. Using import statements, whatever the predefined file you want, I want the respective predefined file, specific predefined file. Just import that specific predefined file. No need to import the entire predefined library. So memory wastage will be less. So automatically performance of your application will be increases. That is secondary thing. And coming to C and C++, memory allocation is not fixed. It varies according to operating system. And coming to Java, memory allocation is fixed with any operating system. For integer 2 bytes, for float 4 bytes, like that. Memory allocation is fixed with the operating system. But coming to C and C++, it varies according to operating system. And coming to fifth one, pointers and related confusion related topics are available still in C and C++, but the Java people has totally eliminated that confusion related topics. Okay, that's all about the differences between C, C++ and Java technology. Got it, everyone? Any queries?
And how many types of import statements we have in Java?
Only single
I
import.
mean, what I mean, like, we have a Java language object and this one util. Only these two?
No,
Or a lot
so
of?
many, so many. It's no count for that. That totally depends
Okay.
on your technology. If you are using core Java, some classes, some predefined
Okay.
classes. If you go with J2W, some other predefined classes. If you go with the framework, some other predefined classes. But that import statements, you developer is not going to write manually. In Eclipse, automatically imported. If you're trying to use object class, and if you write object and control space, automatically that was imported in Eclipse.
Yeah, but when we write in Notepad, so we need to like
Yeah, we
write
need to
which
write import
we
statement.
need to know which import statement we are going to do it, right?
Yes, yes.
So generally, I see in Java programs where they don't write any import statement because I've seen in Eclipse IDE. So when we're writing it in Notepad, we need to import these kind of things.
Yes, yes. We in Edit Plus editors we have to write manually, but in Eclipse automatically imported.
Yeah, it's a predefined library, so
Yeah.
it has everything. Okay.
But no count for this predefined classes. As Java is a vast programming language, no count for predefined classes. So many predefined classes are there. No count for that. Even James Gosling also don't know the count because so many predefined classes are there.
Okay, so we will be knowing it based on the experience, right?
Yeah, based
Usually.
on our usage, like if you are using with array list and collections classes, that predefined classes you are going to know. Whatever you are trying to use, that classes only you are going to know. All other predefined classes, what is the need to know, and no need to import, right?
So, but when people working on real time, did they really like think about these matters, like what import they're doing it and all that stuff, or just they'll run the program and it automatically imports it?
Yeah, automatically imports, because in real time we are using this Eclipse, all these things, right?
I'm not worrying about what we're importing and all that stuff. Just
Exactly.
automatic. Okay.
Exactly. But sometimes we have to think like same class available in different package. We have to import the class in the from the respective package. For
Okay.
suppose I'm using ArrayList from java.util that was available in some other package as well. So you have to import from util only.
Okay.
Okay, that you have to aware. That you are going to get by experience. Like after completion of 10 or 15 sessions, you are going to get that experience definitely.
Okay. Then let's see. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's what about import statements and all these things. Everyone okay, right, up to now?
Okay, Naveen.
Yes. And now I'm going to start various features of Java technology. Features of Java. And Max, in my next session, I'm going to introduce some basics like, in industry, we are following some rules for declaring a variable. We are following some naming conventions for variables, for variable declarations, and for method names, and for classes, and for packages. We are following some naming conventions. The naming conventions I'm going to introduce in my next session, and then I'm going to give first programming format, Java programming format, in which format we have to write a program. That format will introduce first, and later will give you the first programming first program as the example based on the format whatever I shared. Okay, that is my plan actually. Before that, we'll share you some features of Java technology. First feature of Java you people already know. Java is a simple programming language. Why Java is a simple programming language? Just now I told, like, why Java is a simple programming language in the sense, very simple. It eliminates all the confusion oriented topics, right? Like pointers, operator overloading, all these things.
Multi inheritance also is not there in Java, right?
Yes, yes. Multiple inheritance not available in Java. That will introduce very soon. While I'm talking about inheritance concept, we'll tell you that.
Okay.
Okay, why multiple inheritance not possible? We'll tell you that at that time. Yeah. Java is a very simple programming language. The reasons were, very simple. Like it eliminates all confusion-oriented topics like, pointers, operator overloading, and multiple inheritance. What Rajesh said just now. Multiple inheritance also not possible. It's also a confusion-oriented topic. So Java people has totally eliminated all confusion-oriented topics. Okay, like pointers, operator overloading, and multiple inheritance. And the second reason why Java is a simple programming language, Java applications will take very less execution time and less memory utilization. Because of all these features, definitely Java application takes very less memory, and it executes in very less time. Okay, takes less execution time and less memory. Why it takes less memory? Predefined header files were removed, and the import statements are introduced, and memory was allocated dynamically at execution time. So based on all these things, definitely you can say Java takes very less memory compared to other programming languages. Okay, and moreover, Java application takes very less time to execute. Okay, in that way it was designed actually. Okay, these are the reasons why Java is a simple programming language. And one more thing is Java allowed all the simplified syntaxes. Okay, Java allows all the syntaxes available in Java are very simple and already simplified for developer understandable purpose. All simplified syntaxes from a previous programming language like C. Okay, this is these are the reasons why Java is a simple programming language. And second was Java is a platform independent programming language. What is platform independent?
Can runs on any voice.
Yeah, it runs on any operating system. Okay, it doesn't depends on operating system. Okay, that's why Java is a platform independent programming language. That is one more feature of Java technology. And moreover, Java is a object oriented programming language. One thing I can say clearly that Java is this much famous today only because of this object orientation nature. What is object orientation nature? What is a object? What is the usage of a object? Will tell you all these things after completion of my first program, and after completion of another 3 or 4 sessions I will introduce this object. Okay, but for time being, just remember that in Java the data will be represented in the form of objects only. For our classes we are going to create objects. That object in-depth knowledge I'm going to give you later. Okay, but for time being, just remember that in Java everything will be in the form of objects only. It's a object oriented programming language. With this object orientation nature, we have so many advantages. We are going to represent everything in the form of objects only in a Java programming language. Like I'm going to use this object word several times in my later sessions. Up to my last Java session I will use this object word. The object, because Java is object oriented programming language. Everything we are going to represent in the form of objects only in Java programming language. Okay, with this object orientation nature we have so many advantages that will introduce very soon. Okay, and fourth one was Java is a very robust programming language. What is robust will tell you. uh, uh, One second. Yeah, Java technology is a robust technology because there are two reasons. One is it's having a very good memory management system. You people already know it's having a very good memory management system. Like they have given beautiful concepts to decrease the memory wastage. And they Java people has given a beautiful predefined library for decreasing the memory wastage, like in the form of heap memory management system, all these things. Heap memory is there for object, means it's a small memory location kind of thing. All these objects will be stored in heap memory actually. That will be under the control of heap memory management system. That will introduce all these things. While I'm talking about object, will introduce all these things. How object will be created and where the memory will be allocated, who will take care all these things. That is a very in-depth concept. I'm going to introduce all these things. For timing, just remember that Java is an object-oriented programming language. Okay, Java is a robust technology. Why? Because it's having a good memory management system and it's having a good predefined library to handle the exceptions. Exceptions in the sense errors. Good memory management system. Okay, and good predefined library to handle the exceptions. Okay, exceptions in the sense errors that I'm going to introduce later. While I'm talking about exception handling, we'll tell you that. Okay, and moreover, Java is a very secured programming language. Java is a very secure technology. Just observe, if you find any banking application or insurance related applications or any e-cart applications, definitely 100% those applications are developed under Java programming language only, under Java technology only, because Java is a very secured programming language, and I can say clearly no other programming language is there in this world right now other than Java which provides a great security. If you go with any banking application, that was developed under Java only, because it provides a beautiful security in the form of some predefined libraries there for security. For hackers, it's very typical to hack the Java applications compared to others, compared to .NET C, compared to .NET PHP. These Java applications are very typical to hack. Okay, in that way Java is designed actually. Okay, Java is a secure programming language. Some reasons are there. Java has provided a separate component in the predefined library, like in JVM, like security manager. Some predefined one is there, predefined security manager is there to maintain the security for your Java application. Okay, the reasons I am writing, I'm saying, like, I am quoting, like, Java is a secure programming language, but I have to give some proofs, right? The first one was Java has provided a separate component in the form of security manager to provide implicit security to your Java application. Okay, and if you want any third-party services, third-party security services, you can able to import that third-party services easily to your Java application. Like, generally in real time we are using some encryption techniques, base 64, base 126, base 32 for encryption. Like, you are using for ICICI internet banking, you are trying to give your username and password and you are clicking on login button, right? Okay, first your username and password were encrypted first, because hackers will hack your username and password. If you directly pass those credentials, whatever you give directly, hackers will hack those credentials. So for that reason, first you have to encrypt your credentials. Okay, that encryption is possible in Java technology implicitly, and while at the backend you have to decrypt that credentials and you have to validate. Okay, that is very simply possible in Java technology. Okay, that encryption, all these things you are going to get later. Okay, and if you want any third party services like Java authentication and authorization service and all these things, you can able to import easily in Java technology. Okay, that is why Java is a very secure programming language, and Java is a dynamic programming language. You already know what is dynamic programming language. Dynamic programming language in the sense memory will be allocated at runtime. In Java, memory will be allocated at runtime, so memory wastage will be very less. And coming to Java, Java is a multi-threaded programming language. Multi-threaded in the sense multiple threads are going to execute at a time. Thread means single work. For suppose I developed my application and I'm trying to that application was accessed 1,000 users. So for 1,000 users, 1,000 threads will be allocated and 1,000 threads are going to execute parallelly. So that means 1,000 users can able to access your single application at a time. So parallel processing is going on. That is the usage of this multi-threaded. This multi-threading is a separate concept. Will take nearly 4 to 5 sessions for this multi-threading. Okay, got it? What is multi-threading? Got it, friends? Multi-threading in the sense multiple threads are going to execute at a time. Thread means work. Okay, multiple works are going to execute parallelly. So performance of your Java application will be increases like anything. Okay, that is what multi-threading. Okay.
It means access or I didn't get exactly what is this.
Like, like access only, like access only.
Right, access, right? Any number of users can access it at a time.
At a time.
They can retrieve whatever information they wanted from
Yeah,
it.
if for suppose a block of code is there, okay, in my Java application,
Mm.
block of code is there, that block of code was trying to use by so many users at a time.
They can manipulate it, or what is it?
Yeah, for suppose manipulating only, just imagine manipulating only, multiple users are trying to execute the same business logic at a time. So that was possible easily in Java technology. For each and every user a separate thread was created, so that business logic was going to execute for each and every user separately and
For
parallelly.
example, like ICICI online banking, so anyone can log in into it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, exactly. That is the like multiple threads are going to maintain at backend. For
okay,
suppose for my ICICI Bank, ICICI net banking application, at a time 1 lakh members are going to log in and they're going to use my application. Nearly 1 lakh threads are going to execute. That means parallel processing is going on and parallel works are going on.
right,
Okay, that is very mostly like as Java is a multi-threaded programming language, multiple threads are executing at a time. So performance of your application will be increases like anything. That is the greatest of Java technology. Okay, coming to C and C++, this type of feature was not available. And eighth one, definitely you can say based on all above features, definitely we can say Java is a high performance programming language. Am I right or not? Because it's a very simple programming language and it works in any platform, and moreover it's having a good memory management system and predefined system to handle the exceptions, and moreover it's a very secured programming language, and memory will be allocated dynamically at runtime, and multiple works are going to execute, multiple users can able to access my application at a time. So based on all these features, definitely we can say it's a high performance programming language or not. Am I right or not? Based on all above
Yes.
7 features, definitely we can say it's a high performance programming language, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, these are some, not only these, so many other features are there. These are some major features of Java programming language. Advantage of Java programming language compared to others. Okay. And in my next session, I'm going to introduce some real-time naming conventions. In real time, in industry people, Java people will follow some conventions to write variables, to declare some variables, to write some classes. Some naming conventions are there. That naming conventions will introduce in my next session, and later will give you the programming format. Okay, this is what my plan. Up to now, everyone okay, right? Any queries up to now?
No.
RK,
No.
Sandeep, Rajesh,
No, Naveen. No, Naveen.
everyone
no, I'm
okay, right?
clear.
Okay, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we'll send you all these data today. And in my next session, I'm going to talk about naming conventions, like real-time naming conventions. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, Naveen.
Yeah. With this, I'm winding the session. Thank you.
take care, man.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Naveen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Naveen.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.